Hey guys, and how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video we are doing a life update Q&A, a little catch up. We have not done one of those in such a long time. I think the last time that we had a genuine catch up was when I was still living at my mom's house back in Birmingham, which was August, and now it is November and I'm literally in California living a whole different life since we last spoke. Any questions that you guys have, I received so many messages last night. Literally have this many questions from you guys all about all things my life and what's going on, and it's still going. How do you balance everything from school to work? So I get this question a lot, and honestly I manage my life by being very like pedantic about timing. Like, people in my life actually find it quite annoying, but it works for me and my goals. But if I don't plan my day down to the last minute, I struggle to know what I'm supposed to be doing at what hour. And it's okay if the day gets a little bit crazy and I do one thing for longer or another thing for shorter, but I just need to have a rough idea of what I was supposed to be doing at 10 a.m. in the morning. You know, like, what was the time block 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. supposed to be? So I time block in half-an-hour slots, and that's how I manage my life. How are you? I'm doing really good. Honestly, since coming to California, I feel like I've just grown as an individual into the person that I've wanted to be for a long time, like in my own space, like having my own routine, studying the degree that I really want to be studying, and having like that mental freedom to know that this time in my life right now belongs to me truly. Like, there's nothing I'm doing for anything other than things that I want to do and the things that I'm passionate about. So I'm really good. I'm really enjoying myself and my life right now. I'm so motivated by you. Thank you. When are you coming back to Zim? Hopefully March, hopefully April. It depends on if I can get funding to run a program for Empowered by V in Zim. So if I do get the funding, then I'm coming over and I'm bringing some friends with me. Wink wink. What app do you use to organize your weekly tasks? I personally love using a physical copy, which is like a planner. I got that from Jack Edwards, and then now that I use a digital one, I like to use Notion. Like, Notion is Notion, right? Like, Notion is where I do my weekly time blocking and things. What has been inspiring you these days? What's been inspiring me these days is my friends, honestly. Like, I have friends who are doing great work in the world and are just game changers, and they're incredible. So whenever I'm like scrolling on Instagram or I'm around them, I feel inspired to continue working hard and to doing more. So I'd say in this season of my life, my friends are like my biggest inspiration. Your PhD going? It's going really well. I'm enjoying it. I feel like it's everything I ever wanted. My classmates are incredible. My professors are really cool, and the readings, the assignments, it's all in my stride. And of course it's only going to be hard. It is hard, but it's something where if you apply the time and you do the work, you'll gain the results, you know? Do you experience imposter syndrome, and how do you deal with it? I don't really feel it anymore these days. I felt it like at the beginning of school, because I thought, oh my god, I'm one of the youngest in the class. Some of the people in the class have 25 years of experience in the field and I have 0. So that was definitely a big part of where that imposter syndrome came from. But since being in the class, since being at my university, it's very clear that like this is a equal playing field. It's very clear that we all have something to offer. I'm learning from them, they're learning from me, and it feels like a symbiotic relationship. So I think it's calmed my nerves a little bit. Did you make it to achieve so much? Because it's admirable to girls like me. I don't, you know, I get asked that question a lot, and I never want to answer it because I feel like I've still got a long way to go in my life. And so for me to be sitting here like, this is how you become like me, it's a bit, you know, it's not how I feel really in my heart. I think you should always be like you, and I love that I can inspire you on your journey and everything, but I'm still definitely learning, I'm still growing, I have not figured it out yet. So I think the best way to answer the question on how did I become like myself? I guess was by following my heart and having amazing opportunities, having people who believe in me and support me, being able to like be so vocal in public about my message, my mission. It makes it easier for people to come on board and to support, especially with Empowered by V. I feel like that is something that a lot of people are supporting lately, and it feels really great to see an idea that you had in your mind, in your heart, come to life and have people like actually backing it. Keep on shining. What's next for you after your PhD? I don't like this question. I don't like this question at all, because I think it rushes people. It makes you always think about the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, and it's like, this is my thing. I'm in it right now and I want to just be in it and just let what happens happen. Like, I don't know what will happen in 3 years time, so I don't want to like plan for it. I'm here because I want to become a better educator and to learn more about my field, so that when I'm out there and I'm meeting young people, young girls, all this stuff, I am as qualified as I possibly can be. And I never want to be arrogant enough to think that just because I've like made videos online about education, it now means that I am an actual educator to people like in vulnerable situations around the world. No, I need to learn. So for me, what's next is this. My next thing is getting my paper submitted on time and getting good feedback for it. So that's what I want to focus on next. I don't want to like overwhelm myself and think about the future as if I always have to chase something better. I don't. Like, I'm happy where I'm at right now, you know? This is an interesting question. How do you earn money as a student and YouTuber? How do you start your own or a business? That's a good question. I feel like I do answer this question all the time, but it sometimes gets forgotten, I guess. But I make money by working with brands. I work with brands, I consult, I give speeches, I create content. So that's how I earn my income. Like, there's nothing else. There's no like secret thing that I do or anything like that. And obviously I wrote a book as well. So when you own the intellectual property of anything, like your videos or your words, your workshops, whatever it may be, you get paid for it. So that's what I do. I'm in that space of like, I think the biggest way that I earn income is through working with brands, like having brands, having clients, being a consultant, that kind of thing. That's how I make my cash dollar. Do you read the Bible? I've just started, actually. That's a very recent thing that I've just began doing. You inspire me. I'm gonna work hard to be like you. That's really, really sweet. How is the PhD going and how do you manage to be so successful? I don't know how to answer that one. I'm not successful. I am just working really, really hard and figuring it out as I go. What challenges have you faced navigating life as a PhD student? I think the biggest challenge has possibly been trying to just stay on top of everything, because there's so much information in so little time that you have to literally be so disciplined to stop and digest that information. Otherwise you will lose, if you miss a day of PhD stuff, you've basically lost a month. It's crazy. So I've been proud of my planning abilities and stuff, because if I wasn't so meticulous about hours and timing and days and working the goal backwards and making sure I know what to do every single day to meet that deadline, then I don't know, I would be, and sometimes I don't get it right? Like, I had an essay crisis the other day, and it happens. But I guess the overall is I try to manage it by staying on top of my schedule. How do you balance academics, work and traveling? You're amazing. I think I've answered that one, but thank you so much. Travel's actually quite easy in that context, in the sense of when I'm at the airport, I'm reading. When I'm on the airplane, if I'm not sleeping, then I'm studying. If I'm like in a different country but I have my books, I'm still studying. So it feels the same as being in my apartment and being in the library. It's just that my library becomes an airplane. How is life in California compared to the UK? It's hard. I can't even say I prefer one versus the other, because I like them both. I just feel like they are for different purposes. Like, the UK is home. That's where I'm like in my comfort. I'm seeing my friends, my family, where I've grown up, the things I'm familiar with, foods I'm familiar with. Whereas in California, It's new. It's like everything is new, you know. You're having Dunkin' Donuts for the first time. You're going to Beverly Hills for the first time. You're like seeing where the palm trees are. You're going to the Hollywood sign. Like California feels like an extended holiday, you know. It doesn't yet feel like a place I've like I'm in my stride of settling, and it feels like, you know, like how the UK feels. California just feels very, very new and very fun. So I'd say that's the biggest differences between the two. But I don't have a favorite. London is my favorite city in the world though, so I don't know what we can gauge from that. Someone asked the question, do you have a boyfriend? That's a really good question, which obviously I'm probably not gonna answer. Sorry, I just have this thing about like wanting to keep my private life as private as I possibly can until I feel like it's time to talk about certain things, you know. I don't know, I just feel like it's so irrelevant. It feels so irrelevant whether I've got a boyfriend or not. And if I have a boyfriend, it's like, okay, I need to also respect like his privacy. And then if I don't have a boyfriend, it's like I don't want to sound like I'm talking about it because I want a boyfriend, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just gonna put to be confirmed, honestly, until I feel like, okay, it's now relevant to talk about, because I don't know, we're moving in together or into the next stage of life, or it feels, I don't know, whatever that looks like. But it's definitely, if I had a boyfriend, if I have a partner, it's definitely not a secret. Like my friends and family would know. Like I'm the kind of person who, if I'm in love, I'm gonna scream it from the rooftops, but I don't think I need to necessarily say it on the internet, you know? I don't know if that's a weird thing. Let me know. Maybe I need to change my outlook on that, but I just don't see how my relationship would be relevant to any of the stuff that I talk about or that I do online. You know, I'd rather tell you if I failed in an exam than to talk about a boyfriend, you know what I mean? I don't know. Someone said I used to lead the UN. Yes, I am. I'm a young leader at the United Nations for the Sustainable Development Goals, and I have been for a year. I've still got another year in office before my term is over. How do you deal with failure? I see it as a chance to try again. Are you gonna teach after your PhD? I'm not sure, probably not. Like I'm probably not gonna teach, but I will lead in the education space. So I think I would be an advisor to other principals or headmasters, as we'd say, or like advising schools, advising governments on education policy, things like that. But I don't think I will personally be like the teacher in the classroom per se. I don't think I have the skill or the patience. So all these questions are literally about how do you balance, can you teach us time management? I love you so much, V. How are you balancing everything? How do you handle success? Does it ever get overwhelming? I think it's because I don't necessarily feel like, oh my god, I'm so successful, I should, like, you know, I think I'm like still hustling, working, grinding, trying to get it together. So I guess I don't feel overwhelmed, because for me, I'm always like trying to work hard and work smart and do the work and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I guess the answer is no. It doesn't overwhelm me, and in fact, everything that I've done, everything that I've been able to do motivates me to want to like keep going, you know? It's about countries. Someone said, do you have any plans on visiting Nigeria? I do. I want to, and I'm coming with my friend maybe next year, so I'll let you know when. When are you coming back to Zim? Hopefully April or March in 2024. Another question about South Africa. I will be back. Do you ever do your programs in Africa? Yes, and I want to start. So we're hoping this one coming up in March, April will be the first one that kicks off a wave of being able to do it across the continent. Are you going to start a mentoring program soon? I am actually. I am going to start a mentoring program soon, and it's going to launch on the Empowerment Brunch website and Instagram, and I'm doing it with my sister. So I've always wanted to take mentorship calls with like people, but I've never had the time or the infrastructure to do it. So I decided that if we, you know, do it with my sister in partnership together, make like a great business for it and like run it properly, like as an actual legitimate thing, then I would be able to do it, because I could give you guys the structure and the quality that you deserve, rather than me trying to do it outside of like random, like from my bedroom and wherever. Like I want to do it properly. But also, if you're talking about anything to do academic, Empowered by V is free. We have free resources, so definitely check that out instead. But this one that will be coming out will be a charged thing that we're doing in a different space, all about careers than education. So there'll be two different things. So if you're looking for free resources, I have like a million things I could link for you, but that one might not be for you if that's not like the vibe that you like. But you know, how are you able to get recognition for your work or for speaking? I've just posted about it online for so long. Like anything that I do, I post about it, so no one can ignore it. And like if people want to hire me for speaking and things like that, like they can go and check me out and see the history of what I've been doing. So if you're looking to be in this kind of space and you don't know how to get people to recognize your work, just start recording everything and putting it out there, and eventually someone will be like, oh, if I want someone to speak, I should call on Lucy or Anne or whatever your name is watching this video. It could be, that's how it could work for you, you know? And the last question I will answer is, am I having a good time in life? And the answer is yes. Like I'm really enjoying life right now. I think that I love my health journey as well, my health and fitness. I've been taking that a bit more seriously. I just hired a nutritionist. This girl, my friend, was posting about it on her story, and she was like, there's this nutritionist online who helps people. You could also book her. Her name is Georgia, and her nutritionist page is called Naked Nutrition, and but not with an A. It's like NKED, like naked. I don't know how to say it, so I'll say naked, but it's probably naked. I don't know what it is, but I say naked. So I'm trialing it out. I've never used her before. I just found her on the Instagram. She's gonna go through phone calls with me to understand nutrition, protein, what you should eat, what makes you healthier, stronger, all that stuff. So that's another big life update. Like I'm about to start my nutrition. I'm doing my hiking. I'm journaling. I'm taking my walks. I'm just trying to be better and healthier. So that's what I will update you guys on. That's it. I hope that was helpful, or that was like interesting. That's my life update, and I hope you guys enjoy. I want to do more of these kinds of catch-ups. I really want a podcast, you know. I actually really do. But we'll see. Thank you so much for watching. I really do miss you guys. I'm so happy to be back. I don't know why I always say that as if I was gone somewhere, but every time I don't post for more than 7 days, I'm like, oh my god, I need to say sorry. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much. If I've got any questions that I didn't answer, please leave them down below and I will answer them in the next video. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and thank you so much for coming along on this journey. That's our mini life update. I have a sofa, I have a bed now, I have my office, I have cutlery too. Remember, I didn't have cutlery or cups or plates. Now I do. So the apartment is like fully furnished. I feel fully settled. Great friendships, great nightlife, great social life. Overall, Cali has been good to me. So I'm just happy. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go take a nap now. That's part of time blocking. You time blocking naps, because whoa, the Californian sun will make you sleepy no matter what. See this? I'm not in the sun, but it's blazing right now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Bye.